to really play. No.
He can't even be Shakur.
You.
What Shakur lied to you?
You lost. I seen the videos.
You ain't seen my video.
Oh, I didn't.
Exactly.
I just see the videos.
Exactly.
What would happen?
Exactly.
Boxing, he's definitely talented. You know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And yeah, he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is world champion.
Terence Crawford sparked controversy by confronting Devin Haney and sharing bold opinions on Shakur Stevenson. He also warned that Stevenson's elite defensive skills make him extremely dangerous, implying that underestimating him could have serious consequences in future matchups.
Brother, you know what I'm saying, Shakur, that's the fight. Everybody want to see that. That's the 50-50, I think, you know what I'm saying? I've been saying 50-50. I told both of them that. That's a toss-up to me. No bias. Don't just say that because you're a man. Who you got winning that?
I got Shakur. People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive.
Crawford stated that many fighters, including Devin Haney, are hesitant to face Shakur Stevenson, describing him as an intimidating and formidable opponent in the ring.
Your little brother this week in Shakur Stevenson. I've interviewed both of you for years, and you really have kind of built a relationship that a lot of people know about. Some people maybe don't. How good is Shakur Stevenson in your opinion?
He's not good, he's great. And I think tomorrow the world will take notice of how great he is. There's a reason why certain fighters didn't want to take the chance to step in the ring with this fighter. He's great. A lot of people started saying, oh, he's a runner, he's this, he's that. Just to detour people from being excited to see him fight because he's not knocking people out and all that crazy stuff. But they would see why people really don't want to get in the ring with him come tomorrow.
I know you've shared the ring with him sparring plenty of times. What makes Shakur Stevenson great? What makes him different? What makes him, I don't want to say an ilk of yourself, but in the same kind of era, the Bud Crawford era, he's got a Shakur Stevenson era.
Everything. The offense, the defense, the poise, the rhythm, the distance, the timing, the punch placement, the react time. Like, I can go on and on. You know, the toughness, the grit, the grind. Like, he's amazing. You know, and tomorrow he will show it.
How do you think it ends tomorrow night? Do you believe that Shakur Stevenson can stop Devin Lopez? Because people aren't really talking about that.
Listen, if T.O. get out of line, you know, he can get hurt. You know? But I see Shakur outboxing him to a decision, a unanimous.
Bud acknowledges Shakur Stevenson's extraordinary talent, praising his strategic mind, technical prowess, and boxing intelligence. He respects Stevenson as a fighter who masterfully combines sharp tactics with precise execution, making him a formidable and highly respected force in the ring.
When I'm in there with Shakur, you know, it's just chess match, you know, because Shakur is a thinking man as well. So it's definitely a chess match, and you know, that's something that, you know, I love, he loved, because now we got to be creative. We got to be, you know, we got to go in that bag and be like, man, I can't do this with him because it's not gonna work. So now I got to get more creative to get a little advantage over him, because we both competitive. Neither one of us want to let the other one get anything off. So, you know, that's probably what he is.
Devin Haney confidently stated that he will face Shakur Stevenson, emphasizing that this fight is too important to skip. He highlighted the huge financial stakes and pointed out that fans are eagerly calling for the matchup.
And they now saying Shakur to your female tank, right? It just is what it is. Is that fight going to ever happen? Would it ever happen against you and Shakur?
100%, yeah. I think so. I think it.
You think Shakur will grow into whatever weight you're in?
I mean, we're all all of us is close to the same size. You know, we're all growing together. We're all like, you know, getting bigger. And it's only so many guys, like y'all said, it's only so many guys that we could make big money and people want to see the fights. Which even though I know that they making new guys, it's guys like Kermel, Abdullah, all these guys want to come up too. So eventually they gonna be there too. But yeah, no, I think that a fight with Shakur is very much possible. Which we tried to make happen a while back, but you never know. I think that
During a recent podcast, Shakur Stevenson and Terence Crawford discussed Devin Haney, touching on respect, competition, and career outlook. Shakur emphasized that he's willing to fight anyone put in front of him, including elite opponents like Haney.
Whoever they put in front of me.
Devin Haney?
Whoever they...
Negotiations between top-tier fighters are notoriously complex, often involving purse splits, broadcasting rights, promotional politics, and management's careful weighing of risk versus reward. Shakur Stevenson has openly stated that he only pursues fights aligning with his financial and career goals, which could explain the delay in finalizing the bout with Devin Haney. Observers suggest the holdup isn't about fear, both fighters are willing, but rather that each camp is negotiating for the most favorable deal, a common scenario in high-profile matchups.
I try to be real careful on what I say.
True. This is guy Jay on Twitter. He a big Haney fan. He be always clipping and changing stuff, Jay.
Yeah, they gonna make a narrative as if like I'm scared of. I think Devin's a tremendous fighter. Do I think Devin Haney can beat me? Hell no. Hell no.
Yeah.
For me personally, I'm on a different level than everybody.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to boxing, because Devin, he's a boxer. It's not like he's a stone cold killer who's just gonna go in there and try to knock me the fuck out.
Yeah.
He's gonna outbox me. I'm the greatest boxer. How do you...
Terence Crawford's relationship with Shakur Stevenson goes beyond casual commentary. Over time, Crawford has consistently praised Stevenson's technical skill and boxing IQ, once highlighting how Stevenson uniquely adapts to different styles mid-fight. Even when fans criticize Stevenson's more defensive or cerebral approach, Crawford defends him, emphasizing that boxing is ultimately about hitting without getting hit, a philosophy famously associated with legends like Muhammad Ali.
Shakur might be Shakur. I'm saying Shakur beat everybody. It don't matter who it is, Shakur beating them, so it don't matter. Shakur over everybody. That's how it's gonna be. Man, that boy's special. That boy's special, man. Shakur's, you know what I mean, one of a kind, you know what I mean? He adapt to every fighter, and then once he adapt to you, it's
Floyd Mayweather has publicly praised Shakur Stevenson on multiple occasions, particularly noting his technique and ring intelligence. While he hasn't explicitly called Stevenson the best in his division, Mayweather consistently highlights his superior skill set. Comparing fighters in the same weight range, he described Gervonta Tank Davis as the bigger puncher but identified Stevenson as the more polished and technically refined boxer. In other words, Davis delivers explosive power, whereas Stevenson embodies precision, defense, and high-level fundamentals, qualities Mayweather built his own career on. Mayweather's respect for Stevenson dates back years. When Stevenson was a young prospect, Mayweather reportedly recognized his special potential and even suggested that Stevenson could one day challenge or surpass some of his records.
You got guys fighting between 130, 135, and 140. They stack, you know, around that area. So, I mean, as of right now,
skills that pay the bills.
Well, the two guys, well, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 will probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevens.
And what is it about him? Because I know he have a lot of good attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills. Pernell Whitaker wasn't a huge puncher, but he was, I mean, very exciting, very tough, and he fought everybody. And Shakur is trying to do the same thing. He want to fight the best.
Devin Haney is determined to prove he belongs among boxing's true elite, understanding that legacy is forged by facing the toughest opponents. Rather than protecting his record, Haney has openly expressed interest in challenging top fighters, especially Shakur Stevenson, a matchup many fans believe could define this era. The fight represents more than just titles. It is about respect, pride, and establishing who is the most complete boxer of this generation. Haney believes that defeating a highly skilled, undefeated fighter like Stevenson would silence critics questioning his greatness. Beyond prestige, the bout carries massive financial stakes and global attention, making it one of the most anticipated contests in modern boxing. Even other fighters continue to call for major bouts with Haney, cementing his status as a central figure in the division.
Fights are not possible. Would you be more inclined just to move up to 140?
Yeah, you know, if I can't get those fights next or it doesn't make sense for it to be next, I'll probably go to 140, test it out, see how I feel at the weight at 140, and then when the time is right, then, you know, I'll defend my belt at 135. We'll just see, though. I got to go back and talk with the team and see what makes the most sense. That's really all.
Talk surrounding a potential fight between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson continues to grow, yet a major obstacle still stands in the way of the bout becoming a reality. Even so, both fighters remain in peak form, consistently demonstrating the discipline, preparation, and technical skill that make them extremely difficult to defeat. Their recent performances and undefeated records highlight their consistency and professionalism at the highest level of the sport. Haney has openly addressed Stevenson, signaling his readiness to step into the ring and take on a challenge that could define his legacy, all while acknowledging Stevenson as a formidable and dangerous opponent.
If he's going to concede to that, I doubt it. So there's a major obstacle in the way. But nonetheless, as you watch these two fighters fight, you can clearly see, outside of cheating, they're more than likely not going to lose, right? With that said, Devin Haney immediately responds to Shakur. Shakur responds to Devin, right? Again, we had the initial four kings. It was Devin, Ryan, T.O., and Tank Davis, right? It was supposed to be the Four Kings 2.0. From the Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearn, Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran.
Shakur Stevenson has also responded to Haney's remarks, making it clear that he is fully aware of the conversation and open to the possibility of a future showdown. His reaction indicates that he is not avoiding the matchup but is instead waiting for the right moment, one that makes sense both competitively and financially. The back and forth between the two fighters reflects a level of mutual respect while also highlighting the tactical thinking that often shapes major fights. Their exchanges underscore that elite boxing is not just about skill inside the ring, but also about timing, negotiations, and long-term career strategy. Both fighters appear focused and prepared, carefully weighing risks and rewards before committing.
Plenty of times, I asked him, do you feel like you're Wilfred Benitez? Because we had that Four King era, but nobody mentions Wilfred Benitez. And the fact remains is Wilfred Benitez beat Roberto Duran as well. And Roberto Duran is 1-4 against those guys. He beat Sugar Ray Leonard the first time. Outside of that, Roberto Duran, he lost to he quit against Sugar Ray Leonard. He got knocked out brutally by Tommy Hearns. He got outboxed by Marvin Hagler and outclassed by Wilfred Benitez. Right? But he's overshadowing Wilfred Benitez. And I felt like these guys, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Tank, and T.O., overshadowed Shakur Stevenson. And now Shakur Stevenson has shined the light by dominating Teofimo Lopez.
Shakur Stevenson put on a commanding display in his recent fight against Teofimo Lopez, and trainer Boozy Andes highlighted just how impressive the performance truly was. What stood out most was that Stevenson seemed to box for long stretches almost as if he had only one fully active hand, and yet, he controlled the fight with complete ease. His jab was sharp, precise, and constantly in Lopez's face, allowing Stevenson to dictate both distance and tempo from start to finish. Every movement had a purpose. His footwork, timing, and defensive awareness showcased a ring IQ and discipline that completely neutralized Lopez's athleticism and aggression. Critics who once questioned Stevenson's resume or doubted his ability to face elite competition had their narrative shifted decisively after this fight.
I see greatness, man. I see greatness. Shakur practically beat him with one hand, man. That jab, man. Most important hand you have, man. You know? And he looked good doing it, sharp. You know what I mean? Distance. He did everything, man. He did everything right, man.
A lot of people thought it would be a tough fight because Teo's athletic, Teo's experienced, he's fought on a high level. And, you know, they were critical of Shakur. Oh, he ain't fought nobody, this and that.
Yeah.
He made Teo look like everybody else.
Made him look like an amateur. Man, he looked like an amateur. Yes.
Now, technically, what did you see? Right? Where did Teo go wrong in that fight?
Where he went wrong?
Yeah.
Fighting Shakur. That's where he went wrong. Fighting Shakur. I knew he just running his mouth. He just was talking, man. I knew that from the beginning, even the time.
Despite dealing with a slightly injured left hand, Shakur Stevenson maintained complete control throughout the fight. He relied heavily on his jab, using it consistently while sparingly employing the injured left hand. Trainer Bosianis noted that Stevenson could likely have pushed for a stoppage if he had wanted, but instead he chose intelligence over recklessness, prioritizing control and precision. This performance showcased far more than just skill. It highlighted Stevenson's ring IQ, patience, and composure under pressure. He adapted his approach to protect the injury while still outclassing his opponent through impeccable timing, footwork, and defensive awareness. Fans in Philadelphia and around the world witnessed a masterclass that solidified Stevenson's place among boxing's elite.
Yeah, Shakur knows he could have got stopped too, but Shakur hurt his left hand. His left hand was hurt. If you notice, he was using that jab a lot.
Yeah, jab and then the hook.
And he threw the left hand every now and then. Because I was screaming out. Everybody said they heard me in Philly.
Yo, we could hear you on the TV.
Yeah, that's my young buck. You know what I mean? And I was telling him, throw that straight left hand. Then I noticed when he did throw it, he wasn't throwing it real hard. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he looked spectacular, man. You know what I mean? You can't ask for nothing more, man. And with me, I don't care about what people say, man. They always want to talk about you and say, oh, he should have did this, should have did that. He did everything that he was supposed to do, and he did.
The potential showdown between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney has quickly become one of boxing's most anticipated matchups. Fans are eager to witness the bout because both fighters are highly skilled, lightning fast, and extremely disciplined inside the ring. Stevenson is renowned for his defensive mastery and pinpoint accuracy, while Haney excels with impeccable timing, footwork, and smart combinations. Their contrasting styles make the fight unpredictable, which only adds to the excitement. Analysts and fans alike continue to debate who would control the pace, as every exchange could shift momentum and even minor mistakes might decide the outcome. Beyond the thrill, the bout carries significant stakes, including pride, rankings, and long-term legacy in the sport.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease, only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, you know, to say if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Loma was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top peak.
Could we see a showdown between Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson next? Let's break down who might come out on top if this fight actually happens.